Hey, Parkside, you've heard me talk several times about 2020 being a Sabbath year, and that's our theme for the year. I just wanted to read to you the passage where it talks about this. This is Leviticus chapter 25, starting at verse 1. This is, the Lord said to Moses at Mount Sinai, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land I am going to give you, the land itself must observe a Sabbath to the Lord. For 6 years sow your fields, and for 6 years prune your vineyards and gather their crops. But in the 7th year, the land is to have a year of Sabbath rest, a Sabbath to the Lord. Do not sow your fields or prune your vineyards. Do not reap what grows of itself or harvest the grapes of your untended vines. The land is to have a year of rest. Whatever the land yields during the Sabbath year will be food for you, for yourself, your male and female servants, and the hired worker and temporary resident who live among you, as well as for your livestock and the wild animals in your land. Whatever the land produces may be eaten." So clearly, before they even moved into the land, he said, this is what I desire for you every 7th year. And we said, this is starting our 7th year as a church as Parkside, if we count when our launch team just initially started to meet together. A couple things. One was, hey, you should have some margin and some space to be able to focus on God. So this next year, we're saying, hey, what if we carved out some space and said, we're not going to be so crazy busy, not quite doing as many things we've done in the past. One of those ways is we're going to go from 2 services to 1, to even make Sunday mornings a little bit simpler, in hopes, hey, that we'd be able to hear from God more and be able to grow closer to Him. And then as we do that, as we go, hey, there's less that we need to do, then the second part is that then there was a focus on relationships. And you think about it, as there's less focus on the land, now there can be more focus on family and friends. And so we're hoping this is a year where, hey, we see God draw us closer to one another and towards others way more than ever before. And then he says, hey, and care about your servants and care about these others as well. So we're also supposed to, hey, care about those. A lot of times we're too busy to focus on because we're kind of worried about our own needs. And so this is going to be a year also where it's not just going, hey, I don't do much and I just focus on me, but also we go, okay, now that I've got some space, some margin in my life, hey, what are the needs around me that God's calling me to live out? And what we've been praying is that in 2020, as we walk us through a journey of what it means to take a Sabbath year, that maybe this year would then be kind of a catapult, would launch us into an unbelievable years of ministry and of reaping. And we look back and go, that 2020 and the things that we set in place in that year really are the reasons why we see all these incredible things, like my kids turning out to love God, like me having a greater heart for the people around me, having a greater relationship with my family. So we're starting the whole series, walking through the book of Ezra, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to have journals for actually kids through adults to do. Our life groups are going to correspond with this. Our youth, our midweek discipleship for kids, all going to correspond, and we can't wait, starting first week of January. That's Sabbath year. Can't wait to journey it with you.